Hey, what's going on, y'all? Hey, party over here. Ain't nothing over there. Thanks. Okay, I just wanted to let you all know that I'm still knock-kneed. I am. It's funny because I was walking up to my there's like a mirror in here. I was like, what's the name of that thing? It's a glass. The thing that like you look at yourself in and like you can see your reflection. Why when will my reflection show who I am in sound? Christina Aguilera did that song for all the closet gays. Anyway, but I'm still knock-kneed. So I was looking at myself in the mirror, and sometimes like I have gay moments or whatever, where I walk like an Egyptian just to look at my legs or whatever, because the mirror doesn't come high enough to like show my whole body, but it does show like my legs or whatever. And I know I can't help it, you guys. I'm sorry. I like dudes, so that's a part of it. It's written in the contract. Hello. Thank you. Okay. Yes. So I'll do that just because I have to. And as I was giving like I've been going to the gym. I don't think I've talked about that on here yet. I've been going to the gym, so I've been working out. So my legs is getting like kind of thick or whatever. You know what I mean? And like I like some thick legs on it too. That's why okay, here's a quick tangent. That's why I like thick dudes. That's not why I like thick dudes, but that's one of the reasons, because they have the thick legs, and I love that crap. I just do. And then also, I love laying on a dude who has like a soft belly. Because I remember most of the guys that I've dealt with actually have been not as perfectly in shape as people like to believe gay guys are. But I did one time deal with a dude who did have, the whole six-pack thing going on and all of that stuff. And I just remember cuddling with him and laying on his couch and laying on his abs. And I was just like, this isn't that comfortable. I prefer, like, something soft and squishy to lay on. But, oh well. But anyway, that's part of the reason that I love my thick guys, because their legs are just so thick. And I can just, I remember one time I dated this one. Look, you guys, this is tangent time. Screw that. I dated this one guy who was thick and chocolate. And I remember chocolate. You have to say it like that. You have to say it with the New York accent. He was thick and chocolate, He was thick and chocolate. Anyway, and we were at his house or whatever. And I just remember, like, he was walking upstairs, and I was walking right behind him. And just looking at his thick legs go up the steps. Like, I had to reach out my hand and just slide it down those legs. And he was like, what? He was like, I mean, he was cool. I mean, we were on a date or whatever. But I just had to do it. I was so turned on by those thick chocolate legs. Oh, my gosh. Wrap your chocolate legs around me. Ooh. You know, it's funny though. Okay, this is gonna be called tangent time. So anyway, we were hanging out, and I don't usually get particularly sexual with people very quickly at all. Like, it takes me a while. But with him, like, we had talked for a little while. We hit it off really well, and I was visiting him at his home in Delaware, which is a good little distance from D.C., so, we had to make the most of our time. You know what I'm saying? So in this particular instance, like, I kind of didn't mind making an exception. We didn't go all the way, we didn't, but we did have a very intimate moment. And I tell you, I don't think I've ever been as turned on as I was that day with him. Just, oh my God, his body was just so thick and so powerful and so chocolate. Oh my gosh, you guys. Oh my gosh, girl. Yes. Anyway, but I was so turned on being with him. But let me say this. Wait. Yeah, it was like that. But I was so turned on being with him. But like I said, he was thick, but he was also built, you know, and that's what I like. I don't like a sloppy, just big and fat and just sloppy and all of that, but I like someone who's like thick and built. You don't have to necessarily be muscular. Like I don't need a six pack of abs because, like I said, when it comes to me laying down on you and like we cuddling or whatever, I want to be laying down on something soft, not something that I gotta like fluff up to try to be soft and it's all like it just rocks. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Know what I'm saying? Anyway, but he was a really thick guy. But I think he was also working out. We don't date anymore. I know, that's why I'm speaking in past tense. But his legs were so powerful. Like we were okay, so I'm a guy talking about a guy, so of course you know that people have sexual well, people always have sexual positions, but with the gays, we get the benefit of choosing which sexual position. Although people act like they're born that way, but you ain't born that way. Just like people aren't born with a sexual position. Like you're not born a bottom, you're not born a top. People also aren't born with a sexual preference. They might be born with a higher propensity to a sexual preference, but they're not born with that sexual preference because as a baby you don't think about it. Anyway, like I said, this is tangent time. But back on the subject, his legs were so powerful. And one of the positions that we played around in, and we didn't have any penetrating sex, we didn't even do any oral or anything like that, but we did have a very, I hope I didn't reveal too much about him. Oh my gosh. Well, it's not like he's listening. And all I said was he lived in Delaware. My first boyfriend lived in Delaware, ironically. So y'all have no idea who I'm talking about. And I had to commute, but whatever. He was so fine. And his legs were so powerful while we were toying around. And he had his legs, he was laying down. And he had his legs like around my waist or whatever. I was like, if we go far enough that I get to the point that we're having penetrative sex, and I top him, y'all, my gays know what I'm talking about. Yeah, if I top him, then I was like, oh my gosh, like his legs are so powerful. If I top him and make him come, and he starts to buck, like he could literally like snap my pelvis with his bucking because his legs were just that strong. So I was literally afraid of that. So I was like, okay, well, when we get to that, we're going to have to do doggy style or something. I shown up because I was like, I can't afford to have those legs bucking and snap my pelvis into, because his legs were like rocks. Oh my gosh, just so fine. So like the whole man was fine. And okay, I can't tell you too much about him, but he was just fine. He was chocolate. I already said he lived in Delaware. It is what it is. And I don't even think he lives there anymore. But I don't know. Like I said, this was years ago, many moons ago in another life, in another world, in another space. Thank you. But I was just like, wow, or maybe I'm going to have to bottom for him or something because those legs could like snap me into, which was so sexy, but also scary at the same time. Like I said, I love me a thick chocolate dude. I just do, I just do. Because they the type dudes that, like if something, like pop off or whatever, like, you don't got to worry about nothing. Because you got your man with you, and your man ain't going to have none of that mess because he can just be like, pow, like real pow, pow, really powerful, That's why I love a thick guy. And that's what this whole thing was about. I don't even know, I don't even remember what the point of the video was, or the point of this was at the beginning. I forgot. Anyway. Oh, yeah, that's right. We were discussing the theory of relativity. Well, it's all relative. Y'all ain't nothing but a party. See ya. Peace. Be blessed. Y'all ain't nothing but a party. Thank you.